What's happening, guys? My name is Anthony, and in today's video I've got something a little bit different for you guys. You can see now we're on Assetto Corsa and we're in the 2022 cars made by Racing Studio on the Las Vegas 2023 circuit. Now, a little bit of a disclaimer about this circuit: it is a work in progress mod. I'm sure it will get better over time. We probably might come back to this track later on down the line and make another video on this one just to see what changes have been made as time goes on. But yeah, in this video I'm going to be talking about my thoughts on the layout of this circuit, other circuits that I would want to have in the 2023 calendar, and my general thoughts about the 2022 cars. So if you do enjoy this video, make sure to smash the like button if you're new to the channel, subscribe, and let's get into it. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was my thoughts on the layout of this track. To be honest with you guys, first impressions, I'm not really a fan of it. Maybe my opinions might change as time goes on, but right now, first impressions, not a fan. I feel as if this track layout is way too basic, and it lacks character. Like, even for example, a track like Monza where it is mostly straights as well, I still feel as if there's a lot of character to the track, and maybe it's because Monza, you know, it's had its time to build up that character, but I don't know, I feel as if that track has a lot of character to it compared to this track, which is literally, you know, a couple of 90-degree, you know, corners and really long straights. So when I say really long straights, I mean really long. The back straight on this circuit is supposedly 2 kilometers long, which is double the back straight at China. So it is really long, and to be honest, I don't really see how that's gonna equate to good racing. Obviously I'll mention more when I talk about the 2022 cars, but the cars, they can follow each other more, but I still don't really see how this track can really bring the best out of these cars personally. So yeah, first impressions, not a fan of it. I mean, it was very easy to learn. I think I literally watched one hot lap from somebody on YouTube, and that's it. I now know the track. I've obviously, I'm not on the limit, of course, but I'm at the point where I'm quite comfortable on the track. That's how basic it is. It literally just took me one look at one hot lap. So yeah, I feel as if there needs to be extra character to this track. Now, here are some other tracks that I would rather have on the 2023 calendar, or just on the calendar in general. The first one is, I believe it's called, is it pronounced Kailami? Make sure to let me know in the comment section down below whether or not I've got that correct or not. But this is a track, I believe, in South Africa, and I'm not exactly sure when they race there, but it would be cool to see a race there live, even if it's just once, just so that I can really get a sense for the track and how it would work in the current day Formula 1. But another track that I would love to have, and I would love it to replace this track, because honestly, ever since they took it out a couple years ago, I've been wanting it back in, because it's one of my, in fact, it is my favorite track, and that is Hockenheim. It was the very first circuit that I saw a Formula race on, and I just fell in love with the track afterwards. I really think it's a good track, and I don't know about you guys, but we need it back in Formula 1, to be honest with you. And another track that I really thought of that I would want to see in the 2023 calendar, it doesn't have to replace this one, I just generally want to see it, and that is Istanbul. I really enjoyed the race in 2020, and it made me like the circuit quite a lot. So yeah, I'll say those are the 3 circuits I'd like to have in the 2023 calendar. 2 of them I'm more than happy to replace with Las Vegas. The last one, I don't really care whether it replaces or not, I just want it in. But yeah, Kailami, Hockenheim, and Istanbul are the 3 tracks. Let me know in the comment section what tracks you guys would want to have in the 2023 calendar. And the last thing that I wanted to talk about is the 2022 cars so far and what I think of them. And we did mention earlier on in the video that cars are able to follow each other more, which is perfect. It means that the regulations have worked. If you compare Jeddah, which is the best comparison since we've raced at Jeddah in the 2022 cars, and we've raced there in the 2021 cars, if you compare just how good the cars were able to follow each other in the 2022 race, it really just shows how good these regulations are, and I'm a big fan of them. I believe that when I first saw the car, first impressions, I wasn't a fan of it, but I like what the teams have done to sort of change up the style of the car compared to the spec car that we saw in 2021. I do think the cars look amazing. Even cars like Red Bull, where they have pretty similar liveries, I still think they look way better on the 2022 car than they did on the 2021 car. So that's my personal opinion. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about that. But yeah, overall, I generally think it's been a good regulations, and it's really helped bring the teams a little bit closer. Obviously, we were all excited to see what Haas was going to do, and then we were all jumping off our chairs, over the moons, when we actually saw Haas was competing. And it's crazy because, you know, obviously they spent the whole year last year building on this car, so we expected them to do well. But the fact that they are actually doing this well, and Kevin Magnussen has hopped in the car and is smashing it already, I can't wait to see what they're going to be doing for the rest of the season, and I hope that they continue upgrade the car and do better with it. Mercedes are on the back foot, of course, but I feel as if they've got more than enough talent within their team to sort of bring that back. But the fight so far between Max Verstappen and Charles Leclerc, again, I really want to continue seeing stuff like that. It's been awesome. I generally think the 2022 cars are the best. I'm gonna go on the limb here and say they're, since I've started watching the sport, which is only 2019 if you didn't know, these have been the best cars because they're just able to race each other closer. And as the season goes on, we'll see exactly how that affects the sort of like championship and stuff like that. But yeah, it's definitely been a very, very good set of regulations compared to, for example, a lot of people didn't necessarily like the regulation changes from the from the new hybrid era, from the turbo hybrid era to the previous era where you had those V8s, those V10s, V12 engines and stuff like that. Whereas this one, even though it's not necessarily a huge change in engine, it's still an incredible one because we're able to see people actually race. So yeah, this is a short video. I hope you did enjoy me talking about those 3 topics, and I hope you enjoyed the background gameplay of me racing at Las Vegas. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this circuit. Do you think it's a basic layout like myself, or do you actually like the circuit? If so, let me know why you like it, and obviously we can talk about that. Maybe my opinions might change, but yeah. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, as I said at the beginning, and smash the like button if you want to see more Assetto Corsa content, and I'll see you guys in my next video.